Good morning in TGIF, everyone. It's Eric here with a morning video blog on this Friday morning. We've got some snow heading our way as we head into the weekend, and I wanted to bring you up to date on the overnight trends in the modeling and generally what my thoughts are as we go into this weekend. First things first, just a leftover flurry or two out there this morning, no big deal. This is our storm out here, starting to pick up steam and starting to gather some Gulf moisture and get set to head east and cause big problems for parts of the Mississippi and lower Ohio valleys as we go through the next 24 hours or so. This is going to be a real big snowstorm for places such as St. Louis. Indianapolis will do really well, Cincinnati in the bullseye zone as well. And this will be a snow and ice problem as well down into parts of the southern Appalachians and into the mid-Atlantic states. Now, we are going to be on the northern fringes, but there have been some trends overnight with the modeling a little farther north with the snow shield, and I'll show you here what the European model came in with last night. The timing on this, no problems tomorrow morning, even through lunchtime, no problems. I think the snow will start to arrive from southwest to northeast as we get into the afternoon. So this is the simulated radar at about 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m. So by early to mid-afternoon, we're going to start to see the snow pushing in. And I know Youngstown's not labeled, but we're right at about here. So it'll be moving like this early to mid-afternoon. And by late afternoon, I think it's snowing just about everywhere. Now, there's been some trends with the overnight modeling, not only on the European model, but some of our other modeling as well. A little farther north with the snow shield, suggesting amounts could be a little bit higher. It's not a huge change, but if this is the right idea, if this is the right trend, if this isn't just a temporary trend and later this morning the models come in and they're back farther south, assuming that doesn't happen, this trend would have some implications on our overall forecast and impacts for the snow. The snow then tapers off probably after sunset at night, Saturday night into Sunday morning. I think the heaviest of the snow, the most issues on the roads should be out of here by midnight to 3 a.m. and then we should be in better shape for your Sunday. Kind of a more zoomed in view here. This is the NAM model. Ignore the green on the front end of this, the front edge, if you will. That's just model nonsense. This is the legit preset back here in the blue. I've stopped the clock here at 10 a.m. As you can see, we're still in good shape, but as we get into the afternoon, yeah, it's going to start snowing from southwest to northeast. Some places it'll wait until 3, 4, 5 o'clock. Some places such as Hanoverton, Salineville, East Liverpool, Calcutta, Lisbon, it'll come in earlier in the afternoon, say around between 1 and 3 p.m. Then the snow has a hard time getting, it only is going to get so far north. Even though the trend overnight has been a farther north push of the snow, there's going to be a sharp cutoff somewhere. The NAM depicts that sharp cutoff maybe just north of I-80. If this were to be taken literally, it would hardly snow at all in like Kinsman and Greenville. Snow a little bit in Newton Falls, Cortland Warren, Sharon, and then snow quite a bit more south of I-80. So there's going to be a sharp cutoff somewhere. It's just a matter of where's it going to be. The overnight modeling has things a little farther north. Wanted to show you the difference between what the overnight modeling had and the modeling from last evening had. Here's the newest run of the GFS compared to the previous run. So I'm going to wiggle this back and forth. You can see the change. Here's the current run. Here's the earlier run. Current, earlier. Same thing with the NAM. Here's the current run. Here's the earlier run. So current, earlier, current, earlier. You can kind of see that northward push of the snow. Here's the latest accumulation forecast via the European modeling, and I like the overall idea it has. I think it's generally it makes sense. It suggests that it's hardly anything up in northern Trumbull, northern Mercer, an inch to 2 or 3 in kind of the heart of our area from Warren to Youngstown, and then there could be some places that get 3 or 4 from Salem, Columbiana, down into a good chunk of Columbiana County, southern Lawrence County as well. Now this jives pretty well with our current forecast. Here's a look at the model spread for the Youngstown-Warren area. Our modeling has clustered around 2 inches for that area. Last night it was more like down here. So there's been an upward trend in not only the modeling I just showed you, but some other modeling as well. So here's our ongoing snow forecast. What I may do if this trend is real, if it continues this afternoon, what I might do is shift the 1 to 3 a little farther north to maybe get closer to Warren and Sharon and Mercer, and kind of emphasize the 3 over the 1 down in here. That, again, that is if the trends continue. Oftentimes when we're talking about a snow situation, we see these trends become just temporary. Everything shifts again with the next run. We're getting pretty close to this, so I would expect to see a fair amount of consistency from here on out, but assuming the trends from last night continue into today, those are some small changes I may make to the snow map this afternoon. Bottom line, whether you're getting a half an inch or maybe 3 inches or 3.5 inches, things can get slick late in the afternoon into the evening on Saturday. Travelers should be cautious, allow for extra time, be ready for some slick conditions on untreated surfaces. Things should be a lot better come Sunday. Of course, as the new modeling rolls in later on this morning, I'll have some updates here on social media, and I'll see you tonight on 21 News at 6 and 11 and on Weather for Weather Geeks.